Hi, hello children. In previous classes we studied about balancing chemical equations and how to balance chemical equations and steps involved in chemical equations. So, in this class I am going to tell you how to make chemical equation more informative. How to make chemical equation more informative. So, here while writing any chemical equation we have to represent mainly four characteristics. In that, first one is physical state, and second one is heat released or absorbed, and third one gas evolved, and fourth one precipitate formed, if any. So, these are the things we have to represent in any chemical equation, then the equation become more informative. For example, to represent physical state, mainly we have three states. Solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. We have three states. To represent a solid state, we use S, and to represent a liquid state, we use L, and to represent gaseous state, we use G. So, these are the terms we use to represent a physical state of any compound in a chemical reaction. For example, we will see one example. When iron oxide reacts with aluminium, it forms iron and aluminium trioxide. This is the equation. So, iron oxide is a solid, we represent it with S. Aluminium is also in solid form, so we have to represent it with S. Iron is also in solid form, so we represent it with S. Aluminium trioxide is also solid, so we represent it with S. So, to balance this chemical equation, we place 2 here and 2 here, so that the equation is balanced and we represented it with its physical state. So, this is representing physical state by using solid, liquid and gaseous forms. In which form the compound is present, we represent it with solids or liquids or gas, so that the equation become more informative. Next, in second one, heat released or absorbed. In some cases, in some reactions, we have to give heat so that the reaction takes place, and in some reactions the heat is released. Okay, now, so to represent that we will see one example. When carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. When carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. In this reaction, it releases heat. It means it is exothermic reaction. Okay, now, and we will see one more example in which when nitrogen reacts with oxygen, it forms nitric oxide. So, here the heat is absorbed. It means we have to supply heat to this reaction so that the equation takes place. So, here representing heat absorbed with minus Q, that is endothermic reaction. So, to represent heat absorbed or heat released, we represent it with Q. Q means heat, and plus means heat is evolved, that is exothermic, minus means endothermic, it means heat is absorbed. So this is the representation of heat released or absorbed by using symbol plus Q or minus Q. And next, third one, gas evolved when zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. When zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, which is aqueous form. It means we are dissolving HCl in water. If any substance which is dissolved in water, then we have to write it as aqueous solution, AQ. We represent aqueous solutions with AQ. So hydrochloric acid is AQ because we take highly concentrated hydrochloric acid, we dissolve it in water to become dilute HCl. So we have to write this as aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid. So when zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms zinc chloride plus hydrogen, which is a gas. So to represent a gas, we use upward arrow. This hydrogen is a gas which is evolved in this reaction. We represent it with the upward arrow. It means gas is evolved. So zinc is a solid, hydrochloric acid is in aqueous form, and zinc chloride is a solid, and hydrogen gas is a gas. We represent it with the upward arrow. And next one, fourth one, when silver nitrate reacts with sodium chloride. Silver nitrate is in aqueous form. It means silver nitrate is dissolved in water, and sodium chloride, which is also in aqueous form. It means sodium chloride is also dissolved in water. When these two react with each other, it forms silver chloride, which is in solid form. So we represent it with S, plus sodium nitrate, NaNO3, which is in aqueous form. We represent it with AQ. So here the silver chloride which is formed is a precipitate. So we represent it with the downward arrow. So this is the representation of a chemical equation, more informative. Okay, na? So these are the four reactions. In some reactions, heat absorbed or heat supplied, we represent it with delta symbol, that is triangle, and sometimes sunlight is also used in some reactions, and some catalyst is used, or some pressure. Okay, so these things we have to represent on the arrow mark.